Good morning and welcome to Soul Talk with Kilfox. We're here to do another general tarot card collective reading. This is coming later in the morning than I prefer to do these things. And the reason why is because I have a USB drive that I keep things on, right? And I work with it daily. So when I unplugged it this morning, because it had been plugged in for so long, it was warm. So I decided to set it to the side before closing it up and putting it away. All right. Now that is on one layer of my desk. It's a lower layer of my desk. So it's not this level, but it's a level lower. That's where I set it. I had my coffee set up here. I went, took a bathroom break, came and sat down, took a sip of my coffee and saw there was something big and black in it. And I was like, okay, I was thinking like a bug or something had got in it. Whatever it was big. So I went and I poured it out in the sink. And come to find out, it's my USB. So my little shaman cat, Link, yet again, is still doing things that is not him. Okay? Of all places, like he picked it up from a different level, jumped on to my desktop here. And I had a few things scattered around because I was in the middle of organizing. And he decides to drop it in my coffee? What? So that's more proof and evidence that people are out in the world using my creativity, my products to serve themselves. So, confirmation. Anyway, we're going to move on. And see, that is why I don't like to register the chips on my animals, is because they can be controlled to an extent. And they can be controlled in other ways too. You know what I'm saying? And see, the thing is, when I got up, I had no plans on saging because what I like to read what has landed in my energy after I slept for the night. Okay? But this little dude caused me to have to go through and sage absolutely everything again. It's just crazy. Like, what are the odds of something like that? He does not do stuff. He's never done that before. Ever, 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 ever. And I guarantee you the rest of the day, he won't do anything like that either. It's absolutely nuts, boy. But that's not going to slow us down. It's not going to shut me up. So we're going to keep going. What is in our energy? We've got perfecting the craft here. Technically, I pulled out two. So we have eye for an eye in the reverse. So somebody's feeling nasty that they're being outed right now at this time. Like they can't stop the truth from coming out here and they're fucking acting like children. Tiger's eye in the reverse. They want the tiger's eye. Somebody's out here for a tiger's eye. And we're not talking about the gemstone here. Yeah, somebody's out for the tiger's eye. So if you're somebody out there who sees yourself or considers yourself part of the tiger family, even if that's like metaphorical in the sense that you went to school where your mascot were the tigers, whatever, then this reading may apply to you. Standing on business in the reverse. Oh, but they're not. Oh, this is because they've run out of money and resources. So they're literally having to shoot fire from their own mouth because nobody else will work with them. But it's not working. It's backfiring. What else do we have? Salvage. Yeah, they're trying to salvage something themselves, their home, their their health, their something they're trying to salvage. Tally. But it's all tallying up here. The more they do, the more they lose. Like, weren't you motherfuckers already warned about this? Dysfunction. You cannot fix the dysfunction. Like, you're the one that asked for it, you have to sit in it. Nobody's gonna pay the price for you. So something about, there's a spellcaster. I say spellcaster, right? But I don't pick up a negative sense of this. This is somebody who is literally, like it said right here, perfecting their craft, learning the ways. And of course, as you're learning, it's going to be like Harry Potter, right? You're going to come across some major entities that are going to try and stop you. What else do we have here? Torture. So I guess now they're having to live through some type of torture here. Because that's what they put other people into. We've got bounty here. There's a bounty for this person. It's like whoever can capture this being, they win something. I say win, but you know, they're compensated for it. Evening the playing field, that's what I'm saying. These people think that they were wronged. They were wronged. So, like, oh my goodness, this is truly laughable. But to be perfectly honest, I'm honestly getting tired of reading all this active. Yeah, they're active. Like I said, like I told you guys, like I've been telling you guys, these motherfuckers go down with the fight. Even when they know they're gonna lose, they're just fucking stupid, man. Oh, well, if I can't win, then I might as well hurt whoever I can while I'm here. Because I'm a sad bitch. Copyright infringement in the reverse. That's what I'm telling you. So somebody must be caught for this. We must know exactly who this is. And I'm not even talking about me personally. I'm talking about in general within our collective. There's been a major copyright infringement investigation here. Something about they took your work overseas where it no longer, it would have been one thing if they did it here in the US. It could have been caught early on. They could have nipped it in the bud. But this is something that they're taking overseas and selling and making profits from that does not belong to them. These motherfuckers couldn't create shit if they wanted to. They don't have the right. They do not have the right to create things. Imagination. And then we've got delivery in the reverse. They're not getting the money. I think that's part of the problem. Something about them running into an issue. Like they thought that by taking this overseas and selling all of these things off, that they were going to get this money. And I don't know if they did, but if they did, it wasn't very much because the rest of it has been held up. And they've been trying to figure out why. They've been lied to. So something about there was a huge investigation going on, but they were not telling these people. Of course they weren't telling these people. Because the smart thing to do would be to tell these people, okay, well, it's because of this issue. And then you wait and see what they're going to do with that issue. And of course, they're going to fudge something and they're going to screw up again. They're going to get stopped and they'll be like, oh, well, I don't understand. And then so the big investigators are going to give them another fucking, sending them through this little maze, right? That literally goes nowhere until they realize that it's because they know why. They know whose product this is. They know it doesn't belong to them. This is not from their own imagination. Hell in the reverse. Yeah, so whoever is the creator of this, they're not living in hell. I think they thought they put them there and that they would die there, but they're but they're not. It's going to be these thieves. They're the ones that are gonna have to go through hell. And I feel like these thieves are just thinking to themselves, hell, what do you mean? I live in hell. Like, yeah, bitch. That ain't nothing. Wait, just wait. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull some tarot cards, see what they've got to tell us at this time. Oh, if we destroy her USB that has all of this on there, then she can't prove that it's hers. That's not true. That's not true. You clearly have not done your homework. King of Wands. That's only for people who didn't catch on to your games from the get-go. But for those of us who know the law, we know. The Lovers. Otherwise, you motherfuckers would never have been able to attempt to steal and sell this shit. You never would have been allowed. Because nothing in this world is allowed without what? The Most High. So the King of Wands, the Lovers, this is definitely people working together. There's more than one person doing this. Something about they were supposed to have killed you, or you were supposed to be locked up, one of the two. So you wouldn't have even had the chance to come and say, hey, wait a minute, that's my shit you're trying to sell. Four of Swords. But even though they couldn't, they still went through with this. That's hilarious, bro. They're definitely in regret now. This is a nasty group of people, bro. Oh, we couldn't kill them, but we did make them go into hiding. We made them afraid of us, so they'll never know if we sell their stuff overseas. Two of Pentacles. Because they're stupid. They don't do their homework. They don't know the laws. They don't know how this works. Honey, you should have studied the law first. And something about they were working with some kind of lawyer here. That's why they thought they had clearance in all of this. The devil. But this is just the devil reclaiming his contracts. So it's a group of people with no regret, who are losing balance, who are being summoned by the devil to pay up on their contracts. They can't pay up in the way that they agreed to. So guess what? The Magician. So I'm saying this apprentice, this magician that's coming up that they're trying to steal from. It's like they wouldn't have been selected as the magician, as this apprentice, unless they had something already. That's the whole point of picking an apprentice. You want to pick someone who is already inclined for this. And if they're already inclined, guess what? That makes them divine. That makes them what? Protected. Page of Wands in the reverse, because they were born with these gifts. You ever met someone who is just naturally inclined for something? They go to learn something for the first time and all of a sudden they're looking like somewhat of a pro, a mini pro. Like, how do you know this? You know, and they get questioned and this and that, and they're just like, I don't know, I'm just living life, bro. So that's what it's looking like here. You know, someone who's truly, truly gifted, truly protected, truly divine. And no one can go up against them. Like this Page of Wands looking like shit over here. And I feel like this is a younger person. So whoever this Page of Wands is, they're an older person. And they looking dumb as fuck up in these streets. The world in reverse. So the karmic wheel is already turned. Like it's already... This is the end of the line for them. They were told not to make one more step, one more move. That didn't mean in one particular way. That was any kind of way. So since you guys want to play games and try to claim shit as your own instead of doing your own fucking work, that's it. That's it for you. The connection that they once had to anything worthwhile is gone. You got people walking away. You got judges walking away. Actual fucking judges. And it's triggering the reality of what's been going on. When you got a judge that steps down, you know there's a fucking problem. Judgments. Speaking of judge. Because this magician was meant to walk this path. Nobody fucking else. He or she was the one that was appointed for this shit. Not you, stupid motherfuckers. You want to be a grand witch, a grand wizard, a grand warlock? Well, you shouldn't have broken universal law. Page of Cups in the reverse. So while they attempted to kill off this magician, these people are actually known for unaliving people. I'm trying to think of a nicer word. Knight of Cups is here. Yes. But this whole situation is bringing a lot of answers and relief to this magician, because this magician's been through it, right? Because when you're the young apprentice and you come into this world with these gifts, instead of having to study and do all this and that and trial and error, like, you're going to be attacked by everybody. Because everybody is jealous of you. Everybody wants what this person has, what they've been gifted with. Like, bitch, it belongs to them and only them. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been born with it. Wheel of Fortune, that's what I'm telling you. The karmic wheel has turned. It's done. One more card for this lineup. I love this so much, y'all. I love to rub things in people's faces when they deserve it. Strength in the reverse. Yeah, they don't have the resources or the strength to continue on. This whole community is disbanded. It's like, well, I'm not taking the fall, I'm not taking the fall, I'm not taking the fall, I'm not taking the fall. Like, you stupid motherfuckers. But you all wanted to play a part. The wise one. Yeah, so this is the spiritual judge here who's been monitoring and watching everything. So if anybody out here, if you're part of this group, if you've been seeing a bunch of shadowy figures, especially tall ones with hats, yeah, those are called watchers. And guess what they do? They witness. They witness all the damn shit you've been doing. Because all this was fated to happen, right? You can't make a hero out without obstacles. Without fear, without, you've gotta, these are all things we have to conquer as warriors out here, as freedom fighters. This is what makes us heroes. Even if we're only trying to save ourselves, right? Because sometimes that literally is the mission, save yourself. But you still have to go through something to be able to save yourself. Pyromancer. Yeah, I can't even count the amount of spiritualists and priests and priestesses that these people have actually hired to be able to pull any of this off. And I feel like they were warned. They were warned of what was to be cut because this warrior is meant to be here. And they told these people if they do this work, and if it was with wrong intent or against an innocent being, that they would have to pay. And these stupid motherfuckers still did it anyway. Because they dumb as fuck, they think they got some kind of rights here in this universe, and they have none at this point. Not at all, not even to live. They don't even have the right to live at this point. To breathe, the gambler. But they took that gamble anyway. Stupid is as stupid does. The astronomer. Or I would like to say, stupid does as stupid is. Yeah. It's like, so every priest or spiritualist that these people went to, practitioners, to do this work, it's like they all, because we're all connected, right? If you're one of these people, you're connected some way somehow, even if your connection is just through your ancestors or what have you. So they know, and they've been seeing, and they've been sending witnesses to see these people do all of this. So when you go to a practitioner, they already know how many people you done been through at that point. They're not stupid. Even the ones that require tools to connect, they're not stupid, because their tools are connected. The puppeteer. Because they know that misusing those tools would get them taken from them. And these are the kind of people that are not willing to lay that down. Not for some stupid idiosity like this. Now, don't get me wrong, there are practitioners out there who are looking to do down and dirty shit, but they know their extent, they know their boundaries. They know what they cannot cross. Because if they do, they lose it all. Usually instantly. We've got the scholar here, but in reverse. That's what I'm saying. These people are just fucking stupid. And not because they were born that way, necessarily. It's just literally because they chose not to do their own part. The champion. Yeah. You're not going to champion the champion. They are not going to champion the champion. If this was already written in the stars. Like, you're not going to change what is written in the stars. If you had that kind of power, you wouldn't even be visible to anyone here on Earth. So I'm going to close out with our angel deck. Angel Tarot card deck. See what the angels would like to share with us at this time before we close out. So off the top, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So whoever I'm talking to here in the collective who's been attacked and whose property has been stolen and sold overseas, you're going to be okay. Because I feel like whoever I'm talking to, they literally left you with nothing. No means of anything, no one to run to, no authority to trust, no nothing, okay? But you're not going to have to worry about this. This is your energy, which means that you're covered, you're protected. Of course you are. You know this, right? They're not going to be able to take you away from this independence. The Empress. Because the independence and the abundance is within. And whoever I'm talking to, if you're anything like me, like when you made your stuff, you knew it would be stolen. Why? Because everything in your life that you've ever created has been stolen. But the fact that they did not and could not take the light from within means that they could not stop the abundance flow. Which is where they should have started, and I feel like they did attack that, but that was an immediate shutdown. Like, you can't go for somebody's internal abundance or without losing your life. We've got the Three of Wands here in reverse. All of their preparations, all of their planning, all of their strategies, all of their connections, all their resources going to shit. It's like they've lost so much of their own creativity. They can't even think of a way to get out of this, right? They're just literally spitting fire at this point. Okay, I pulled two, so we got the Four of Pentacles here. This, whoever I'm speaking about, this Empress, you've got a lot of self-control, and that's really what's pulled you through all of this, is your self-discipline, your self-control, your ability to reorient your perspective in times of need. Then you've got the Lovers here in the reverse. All of these false lovers, all of these people who have been sent into you are already identified. We've already sent witnesses. We've already confirmed everything, okay? So if you're waiting for a severance of some kind, it's coming. Because you've already cut the cord and the ties spiritually, right? But these people are, you know, the ones who are I'm not going to say anything more on that matter. I can't say anything right now. Seven of Wands in reverse. Just know that these challenges are not going to be yours to bear anymore beyond this point. This is all for them to carry. Like, at this point, like, the universe is responsible for the remainder of this investigation, this situation, this, yeah. You know, if you want to evade 3D judicial consequences, then you're going to have to pay spiritually. That was their choice. That was their choice. And let me tell you, spiritual consequences will forever outweigh physical 3D consequences. Eight of Cups. Six of Swords. Yes, this resolution is coming so fast. So this could be something dealing with the 8-8 portal on tomorrow. Because it's literally right around the corner, whatever this is, this ending. I think that's why, you know, if strange things are going on, if your animals are not acting correctly, if you just find yourself super clumsy, messing things up, things that are seemingly important, just know that those are not losses. Whatever you may lose in this time, remember everything that was taken from you and done against you will be paid back. At minimum 10-fold, but for some of you it's like 100-fold, right? Because of the amount of people that were roped into the situation to make this happen. Yeah, every single person has to pay up 100-fold. Retribution, restitution, emotional disruption. Like, they have to fucking pay for all of that, dude. All of that. And this is going to be your celebration. This is going to be our celebration. People out here working on collecting their own soul fragments that were stolen from them. Two of Swords in reverse. Whatever people thought of you before will no longer be the case. They're going to be kissing your fucking feet as you walk barefoot in the streets. That's what they're going to do. Because they know that they just know. I'm just going to leave it at that. We'll just leave it at that. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, so if you're feeling just a lot of just chaos within the people, like, or things around you, because a lot of you are still in isolation, right, who I'm talking to. But if your environment is not matching your internal state, just know that just maintain your balance as best you can, because the universe is quite aware that it's not you that is at fault for this at this time. Okay, this is our waiting time. This is, this is supposed to be other people's purgatory, but they're choosing to use that purgatory to commit more crimes. So let them go, we'll let them go. They have every right to commit crimes if they choose to, so we will let them. All right, everybody, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. If you do feel so led, please leave a like, share, subscribe, or comment, because all of them help us to get these messages out to more people. I greatly appreciate you. Until next time, you guys, stay cool.